he made you attractive. That's an evangelistic tool, so that you can get the attention of certain people, because some people will listen to you sell just because you look good. You will be surprised, but if you misunderstand that, it'll cause you to abuse the very thing that God has given to you. And so we need to understand the very purpose. The newscaster Tom Brokaw said that it's easy to make a buck. He said it's a lot harder to make a difference. Easy to make a buck, but it's a lot harder to make a difference. But then I want you to notice what an entrepreneur at a Harvard Business School professor, Clayton Christensen, said. He said, doing deals doesn't yield the deep rewards that come from building up people. I want you to see that. And life is not about just doing big deals. We're supposed to edify, build up other people. That's something that you do to other people, and it makes a difference in the lives of people. Doing deals is not the thing that yields the deep rewards that come from building up other people. Now, he's an entrepreneur himself, a Harvard professor. And I want you to see this, that Clayton Christensen would have his students to ask these questions. These were 3 questions that he would ask all of his students. How can I be sure I'll be happy in my career? Number 2, how can I be sure that my relationship with my spouse and my family become an enduring source of happiness? And then he would ask, thirdly, how can I be sure that I'll stay out of jail? That was a character question. See, because Clayton was a Rhodes Scholar. And there were about, I think, 30 different Rhodes Scholars in his class. 2 of them went to jail. So just because you're smart and intelligent doesn't mean that you're going to make the right choices. How can you be sure you won't stay out of jail? How can you be sure that your relationship with your spouse, your family will become an enduring source of happiness in your life? And then how can you be sure that you'll be happy in your career? I see people in careers all the time that are miserable. Those are questions. Unless you ask questions, you don't really get answers. And one of the things Clayton Christensen, this same guy, while he was studying at Oxford, he tried to cram a whole extra year worth of learning while he was there. And that takes a whole lot, particularly at Oxford. And he decided while he was there to spend an extra night, every night, with that taxing schedule at Oxford, trying to get a whole extra year of training into him. He decided to dedicate 1 hour every single night reading, thinking, and praying. Reading, thinking, and praying why God put him on the earth. This Harvard professor, this entrepreneur, while he's studying at Oxford with an intensively brutal schedule, sacrificed 1 hour every night reading, thinking, and praying, why on earth has God put me on this earth? And he admits that his purpose grew out of his personal faith. His purpose came out of his faith. And let me just say this to you. You will either be led by purpose, driven by greed, or meander through life's maze of mediocrity with purposelessness. And I've found people in every category. Those that are led by purpose. I've seen those that are driven by greed. And then I see people that just meander through life's maze of mediocrity with purposelessness. We're called to live on purpose, with purpose, and by purpose. And let me just remind you of this, that the metrics by which God will evaluate your life isn't by the dollars that you earn and the brick and mortar that you build, but it's by the individual lives of human beings that you touch. It's by the lives of human beings that you touch. You don't get fulfilled because you got money in the bank. You don't get fulfilled because, properties, this, that, and the other. You get fulfilled when you can look across the table and your children are saved. It's one thing to endure a marriage, it's another thing to enjoy it. And when you got good relationships in your home, my God, what a peace, what a reward that is. What good is your money when you're just living like you're a roommate with somebody? What good is it when you don't even like each other? You're just tolerating each other just because of convenience. We're called to live on purpose. And I love the fact that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said that if a man has not discovered something that he will die for, he's not fit to live. That's strong, but it's true. If you've not discovered something that you'll die for, you're not fit to live. You got to be willing. That's why Queen Esther, she was willing to die for it. That's why she said, if I die, if I perish, I perish. You got to find that thing that you'll give your life for. That you know that if I died doing this, I'd be okay. You got to find that. That's how you know that you've located a calling. And let me say this to you very clearly, because so many people chase happiness, and happiness is not something that you are able to chase and catch. Happiness is what you attract by who you become. And I want you to realize this. Meaning is more important than happiness. Please understand that principle. Meaning is more important than happiness. Meaning is more important. Meaning collapses under pressure. So if you got something, oh, he makes me so happy, she makes me so happy, let some pressure come on. You're not going to be, intrigued over his muscles and the waviness of his hair and how cute her eyes are. Come under pressure, and it'll show you what you're really working with. Because you're not always happy when you're under pressure, but if your pressure is connected to meaning, which your purpose will sometimes put you under pressure, and you can still feel fulfilled. This is stressful, this is hard, but it's worth it. It means something. And I'm not just going to throw my life away on anything. And so a meaningful life, when you got meaning in your life, a meaningful life can survive pain. A meaningful life can survive pain. A pleasure-driven life